All right, guys, let's make this one count. That's that's the main thing that I'm thinking about right now. Every year, this Seattle Seahawks team has a game. It seems like where we learn that they're a lot better than we gave them credit for. Every year, they have a game in the middle to later part of the season where the fans are thinking one thing, and then after the game, they're thinking something that's a whole heck of a lot better. Ever since Russell Wilson got here, it's been like that. 2012, it was the Bears game where Russell Wilson led two scoring drives in the last couple minutes of regulation and then again in overtime to win that game. That was when we realized, hey, this is probably a playoff team. 2013, it was the Saints game. That game was supposed to be evenly matched. Monday Night Football, the Saints were supposed to come in and score on our defense. We blew them out. 2014, it was probably the Thanksgiving game where we buried the rivalry with Jim Harbaugh for good. Beat them 19-3, I think it was. And we all realized, hey, this defense is starting to get its ass back in gear. 2015, there were probably a couple games like that, but I would say the Steelers game was the moment we realized Russell Wilson was doing stuff that he had never done before in his career. And last year was the Patriots game. That game was supposed to be a murder. And we went into New England, we played them evenly, and we won that game. And after that game, we realized these guys might not be as dead as we think they are. Last week was that game. Last week was the game where a lot of people thought they were going to get beat at home. We thought they might even get blown out at home or at least beat decisively. Defense played a lot better than anybody expected. The offense was efficient throughout. We didn't turn the ball over. We forced a couple key turnovers. And basically, now we are thinking about the playoffs pretty definitively now. Like, if this team doesn't make the playoffs now, it would be a surprise and a disappointment, whereas we couldn't really have said that before last week. And now we're thinking about a goal beyond that. But the question is, how much is it going to matter? You know, last year, we beat the Patriots in New England. It was great. We felt good. We were like, we can beat anybody. We can do anything this year. Earl Thomas gets hurt. The defense goes to hell. We give up, 34 points to the Cardinals. We give up a bunch of points to the 49ers. We get killed in Green Bay. We get our defense gets run over by the Falcons in Atlanta. It didn't amount to as much as we would have hoped. 2 years ago, like I said, that Pittsburgh game, it was great, but the playoffs started and the offense didn't really give us anything. They played that game in Minnesota, and then they played that game in Carolina where we were down 31-0 at half. So this year, we want it to just mean a little bit more, that we were just able to handle a team as good as Philadelphia. And in order to do that, we need to see the positive signs from last week continue on. It can't be like, look, last year we got unlucky. The team might have been headed towards bigger and better things, and then Earl Thomas went out for the season. If Earl doesn't get hurt, maybe things are totally different. But the area of concern remains the same. This secondary is down some guys. They're not coming back. And the guys that we have need to show me that they're able to play at a reasonably high level. Because last week was great. The week before was fine. The week before that was bad, but that was the first game after Sherman and Cam got hurt, so I get it. What are we going to get going forward? Because, look, Earl is Earl. Earl's about as good as it gets back there. Bradley McDougald, he's playing very well so far, filling in for Cam. You can't ask for much more, except for maybe a couple interceptions and stuff like that, but it'll come. I understand that. The corner, Shaquille Griffin, he's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes, but he's playing great for a rookie. Can he play great for a football player? Can he take that next step before the end of the season? Byron Maxwell, he's a flawed player, but can he keep it up to where he's out there competing, and he looks like he belongs on an NFL field. Justin Coleman playing well at corner. We need these guys to stick together and continue to play at a high level because, look, just put the thoughts of what happened in Philadelphia out of your head for just 1 second. Think about that secondary I just talked about. If I told you before the season that Cam is out for the season, Sherman's out for the season, we've got a rookie, a guy who was on the couch a month ago, and a guy we traded for right before the season started, you would think that's really bad. And against Atlanta, it was really bad. But now it looks fine. But how much confidence do you have that those guys can hold it together? Because everything else on this team, it's working. The linebackers are playing great, led by the probable Defensive Player of the Year. The line is surviving a bunch of injuries and continuing to play very well. You can't complain about what a lot of these guys are giving to the team. The offense, look, I think the offensive line is legit. I think our offensive line is legitimately good right now and might be even one of the better offensive lines in football the way they've been playing the last couple games. They played really well against a really good front in the Eagles, so that's good. Maybe the running back situation is starting to improve at least a little bit. The receivers are good. Tight end is good. Quarterback is solid. Basically, all those things, they're working. So it's really close to being a well-rounded Super Bowl caliber team. I want to see it in a few more games from this secondary. I want to see Byron Maxwell and Shaquille Griffin hold up week to week because, look, I mean, this week we're playing Blake Bortles. We're playing a Jacksonville team that doesn't even have Allen Hurns out there. You can still get beat by those guys, and I want to see them hold up even in a game as mundane against a pass offense as mediocre as this. I need to see it week to week to week. And once I see that, if I see enough from the secondary to believe that they are going to hold strong for the rest of the year, maybe not as much as they would have with Sherman and Chancellor, but if I see enough, I'm going to start believing in some very good things for this team this season. Basically, that's what my eye is on right now. We're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's going to be a tough game. I understand their pass defense is leaps and bounds better than every other pass defense in the league. Their defense in general is the best defense in football. They get amazing pressure on the quarterback. I am not going to judge this offensive line on anything that happens tomorrow. They're going to get beat. They're going to give up sacks. They're not going to be able to run the ball very well probably. Look, shit's going to happen. Nazir Jones is out. Deion Jordan might not play, so we're down a couple people on the defensive line. The quarterback pressure might not be everything we want it to be, but the thing that I'm watching for is this secondary. Offensive line, they're going to have better days than the day that they're going to have tomorrow. Defensive line, they're going to get healthy. They're going to get some guys back. They're going to be better, but it's the secondary that has to hold it together for us. Other than that, defense, give me a score. Give me a touchdown in this game. Let Bobby Wagner return a fumble for a touchdown. Let Shaquille Griffin finally pick one off and take it to the house. However you want to do it. But really, guys, I know this is going to be a tough game, but I'm going to go ahead and say this now, and I'll look however I end up looking tomorrow. This is a game we should win. We're playing in Jacksonville. It's tough. It's a good defense. It's a good team that has playoff potential, but Allen Hurns, they don't have one of their best wide receivers. Jalen Ramsey didn't practice hardly all week. He's questionable. If he's out, that's huge. If he's gimpy, that's huge. Telvin Smith got hurt on Friday. He might not play. He's questionable right now. We're playing Blake Bortles, who is Blake Bortles. Their offense isn't much more than Leonard Fournette. And it's a game where your defense should be able to find a way to win the game on its own. It's not going to be easy sledding out there against that D. But if you want to be a Super Bowl team, if you want to be a team that can make a deep run, I absolutely expect this team to get it done tomorrow. And if they don't, I have to reconsider where I am right now with these guys a little bit. It's not going to be easy, I understand. I know we're underdogs, but I don't think that should be the case, to be perfectly honest with you. I believe that we are a better team than Jacksonville, and I believe that we should expect to win tomorrow. This isn't like Philadelphia. It's totally different. And we got a little help on Thursday night. The Saints lost a game they really should have won. And we can, I think, jump up to the 3 seed if the Rams lose and we win. So winning this game is all part of making what happened last week, that magical, awesome game against Philadelphia, count for something. So I need my offense to take advantage of the few opportunities they get. I need my defense to maybe put some points up there on the board for my guys. And I need to get out of there with the win. All right. Going to be fun tomorrow. Let's get this win. Go Hawks. And see y'all tomorrow.